Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. We're looking past the Joga Bonito, aka Joga Finito promo already in FC26. At least the leaks are, because we have the whole entire league squad of the next promo that is coming in this game, Unbreakables. What's special about this promo? We still have yet to figure that out. At least we do know EA is going to be throwing in some club legends in this Unbreakables promo, which will at least give us a chance to use some very interesting, unique, and maybe even new players that have just been added into FC26 that haven't been since the beginning of the game. We're going to take a look at that in all those leagues and why this might just be another filler promo before we get to the real content of the festive holiday period promo, Winter Wildcards. Plus, it's Wednesday today, which means we're going to get a new team of the week, and there's some interesting players in that one. Plus, another campaign mix party bag sort of SBC could be on the docket today, as there's rumors of more player picks incoming. We'll take a look at that in today's video and more. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up, hype the video, and subscribe if you're new. Now, yesterday on Tuesday, we had a evolution that actually is pretty good, but I'm not doing it right away because I'm going to save it for maybe a couple of chains a little bit later down the line in the next couple of weeks. The controller Evo. I wasn't a huge fan of the chance creator that gave long ball plus and a +1 overall to the card for 7.5k because it didn't boost up that many stats. This Evo not only gives Tiki Taka base or Tiki Taka plus, but it gives the intercept playstyle and stat boost in other defense and physical areas of the card. It's not crazy, but I get it. For 10,000 coins, Tiki Taka plus is worth that, I think, to a lot of us. One of the most overpowered playstyle pluses in the game. And this Evo, you can take it so many different ways. You could put it on a box-to-box sort of midfielder, maybe a ZDM midfielder as well, like this Evander, who I would play as a box-to-box or a CM card. Giving him Tiki Taka plus and the intercept playstyle would be very useful for him. But there's also some people that are putting this Evo on defenders who already have a playstyle plus, but they want to give them Tiki Taka and, of course, most importantly, the intercept Evo, while boosting some of those stats in the defensive and physical areas. Both options, in my opinion, make sense for this. It's a max 85 Evo, and it does give you the playstyles up to 6. So if you have a lot of playstyles already, then you won't get those. But for 10,000 coins for the Tiki Taka Plus alone, I think it does feel worth it. But again, you check a look at Footbin, and you see the cards that people are kind of creating with this evolution. You have a center back, Mickey Van de Ven here, that people have put Bruiser Plus on first. Then they're taking through some other Evos that are out right now, but then still at the end, putting the controller evolution on the card so they get the intercept playstyle and some defending and physical boost. Like, look at the end state of that card. That's a pretty crazy 86 rated Mickey Van de Ven. But of course, you've got a lot of people putting in midfielders like this Joelinton card or this Taram. So honestly, this is a great Evo, I think, for 10k. It's not crazy, but it is good for chains. It only boosts the overall +1, which sometimes you wish that it wouldn't boost it at all, but I still think that is good, and I'm going to be saving it for a chain in the future. We'll see what fits that card in the next 2 weeks and make a nice creation with it. Now, to SBCs we go. We had a Joga Bonito Sod released yesterday. This is a pretty cheap Finesse Plus attacker, if that's what you're after. Tiki Taka on his card as well. Inventive, Trickster, Rapid, Technical, and of course the Finesse Plus. With Inside Forward Plus, of course, the 5-star skills can play cam as well as left mid and left wing, and a very cheap price in this SBC coming in at, I mean, maybe not the cheapest ever, but 48,000 coins and 2 85 rated squads, 1 inform required. So not bad there. I'm probably going to skip it, but for 5-star skills, for Finesse Plus, if you're an Augsburg fan, or if you're going to start collecting Tunisia cards before the World Cup, that could be a card there for you. Now, also yesterday, we had the 2 upgrade packs. We were expecting 1. We got 2, and I like them both, actually, guys. The 78 plus 5 of 10 player pick requires just common golds. Now, it does take 10 common golds, so it's 20, I believe, to finish off this entire SBC, but there's no rares required, which is nice. And of course, we have our daily common gold upgrade SBC that can supply us with the commons to get this done. Basically, one time through, you might have to supply a little bit from your club for the second time through, but I actually don't mind it because what I ended up getting from this was a chance at a promo card and some 82s, 83s, and 4s. That was mostly what I was taking from this, and those 82s, 3s, and 4s were going into this. The 85 plus times 2, which is an 82 squad and an inform requirement, repeatable twice per day. I was actually a fan of this because it doesn't take all the gold rares. I don't know. It seems less annoying. Honestly, for me, it's crazy to say. It seems less annoying to turn in an 82 squad with an inform, since a lot of us have informs right now from the Thunderstruck Black Friday promo. They were all in packs, right? We had a ton of them. It's easier to do that than it is turn in the squad of gold rares and then a partial squad of gold rares and commons from the old 84x3 pack. But maybe it's because this is only repeatable twice. I'm a fan of both of these SBCs, but I would again do the 78 plus player pick first and then take what you get from that you can put into the 85 times 2 and help yourself out there. You could pack an inform from this and then craft it into the 85 times 2. I know some people are actually starting to save their packs for team of the year or at least winter wild cards, because right now and even upcoming in the next promo of Unbreakables, they don't see cards that they would like to pack. Now, speaking of fodder and SBCs, fodder was rising yesterday. If you held out on the 87s or the 88 rated cards, they did fantastic. 87s are 9K. 88s are 14.5, almost 15,000 coins. I think today is your sell time for everything fodder related, 85 up to 89s, before it probably dips a little bit with Rivals rewards tomorrow. Just take a look at the Claudia Pina price. She was 520K yesterday, now 560,000 coins. A lot of people are doing this SBC. A lot of people are doing icon pack still, and that has fodder going up. So GG's if you held on to the fodder. I think now is a good time to sell though before Rivals rewards. Now let's take a look at other things moving on the market from yesterday. On Tuesday, of course, we had Champions League cards moving up. Well, really only one card moving up and a lot of cards moving down. Specifically this Esteval, because of the way Chelsea finished off their game, not winning and not progressing towards other upgrades, but also because of overinvestment. And this is why I was very, very clear in all of yesterday's video and in the stream yesterday. I was again saying, guys, sell in the hype, right? Even with Chelsea scoring the goal yesterday, which actually got an upgrade for Eden Hazard, he's going to get a 2 playstyle boost to his card. His card price is down because they lost, because people were expecting them to win and to get the double boost, right? Hazard could be going to a 90 and getting the playstyles, but instead he's just going to get 2 playstyles. Sorry, Chelsea fans, I'm not trying to rub it in, but you guys just got to remember that selling in the hype is the play. Esteval yesterday before this was 100,000 coins. He dropped down almost 25% down to 76K. Will he rise back up? Here's the thing. There are not any more Champions League games until January 21st, which is literally Team of the Year. So that's why I'm very much a fan of selling every one of these cards, especially into the hype, because they could get released in packs during, again, as I said it a couple times, winter wild cards for a best of re-release. And there's so much that changes in this game in a month's time, a month's and a week time, and that these cards may not, probably will not, retain most of their value until the next time that they play again. Now, we'll invest in these once we get into January and we see these cards move and probably drop a bit. We'll be able to buy them again for that next set of Champions League games, but I don't think you want to hold on to them that long all the way through unless they're like a fodder card, like a really, really cheap item, like I'm talking 15K or below. Those are the ones that are probably fine to hold on to. So whoever plays today, watch out, sell into the hype on those cards as well. I sold the Barcolas that I picked up. Whoa, 314. I'm going to go check that price really quickly because that would be too good to pass up if that card was actually sitting on the market. Is it? No, it's not. Okay, I'll watch that 300 flat bid there. So that's a card right there that I would sell into the hype today. I sold mine at 349, 350, and that's kind of where he is before PSG play today. Now, I will say there is one card that is up right now when it comes to these prime times, and it's Javi Simons, because Javi Simons is getting a double upgrade. Let's freaking go, by the way. Absolutely stoked about that one. I will say this. This card is getting a double upgrade, so he's getting 2 playstyles, a Roll Plus Plus, and a Roll Plus. His card has a max price of 75,000 coins. I know he was not re-released in packs like the Lamine Yamal was, like the Esteval was, so he has less supply, but I would still try to sell this card pretty soon because even with the upgrades, getting 2 playstyles, I don't think that he ends up going too much more than what he is right now in terms of price. So again, the blanket theme here is to sell in the hype on those cards. We're still awaiting the upgrades for the Thunderstrucks. I'm still holding out a little bit of hope that these cards could get upgraded this week. Again, the prime times and these upgrades that we have listed here are probably not going to happen until Friday. We got more games today, more games tomorrow, but the Thunderstruck cards could be as soon as today. Now, looking at the market a bit more, I want to talk about the Joga Bonito cards as well, because we talked about investing in them yesterday for a rise after Weekend League rewards, and the rise happened really well on a lot of these cards. I bought one Murillo yesterday for 220,000 coins, and I should have bought 10. I should have bought as many as I could have, because he went from 220k actually all the way to 300 plus thousand coins. That's where he's at right now, almost 300k at 290k. I think this card's overvalued, but he got hyped yesterday. There were some big name streamers out there using him. I think Nick Run the Foot Market was using him. Even pros were potentially using him as well. And don't get me wrong, the card looks great, but I still believe he's overpriced. But a lot of these cards, without the hype, right, the hype boost of price, went up in price too. Mateus Cunha up 10k per card. Yildiz, I bought at 359. He's 390. Vitinha is up 300k, right? Even David Alaba from 95 to 110,000 coins. I think these cards would be good to sell today too. Rivals Rewards may supply them a little bit, not a lot, but those cards are up and they were great to trade with, as was the rest of the market. Honestly, like yesterday was a really solid day to trade across the board on so many different cards. Of course, we're still waiting some of the upgrades on these Thunderstruck items. But now Dalot is extinct at 160,000 coins. You've got other cards in here like Pedro Neto's 350. That's up 50,000 coins in the last like 2 days. You still got Musiala, who's like 580. Jude Bellingham still 2 mil. So we're waiting some upgrades on these, and their prices on some of them just continue to go up. The one thing I'm noticing about some of the icons though is that the expensive icons like Maradona and Eusebio, especially Eusebio and Eto'o, their prices are kind of starting to dip a little bit, not because they've obtained upgrades or anything like that, but I don't know, maybe it's just with the icons coming in this next promo, people are starting to sell off of those cards a bit. That is one thing that I've noticed about some of those more high tier expensive cards, but it still should be a pretty good day to be trading. If you guys want to do that, get on some bids, get on some snipes, and find some deals out there to create some coins and generate some profit for you. Here's why I mentioned bids. This Mickey Van de Ven just went underneath my nose, I guess you could say. I was watching this card and he just went underneath it. It was actually earlier today on the stream when I wasn't paying attention. 1.2 mil. This is a 1.4 million coin card. Big profit right there in a card like that. So watch bids. You never know when you might actually get a really good deal. Now, that's enough market talk. Let's look at the Unbreakables promo leaks that we have. Guys, the leaks for this promo started so early. We talked about it on Saturday. The first promo player was leaked. We have an official card design now. We know all of the players with official stats that are dropping in this promo team, but we don't really know what the premise of this promo is. But it is funny. The leaks were out so early. EA haven't even dropped one of their little splash streams or screens in the game right here to like kind of promo and talk about this promo that is coming up. The leakers even beat EA to it. But this is the promo team of Unbreakables, and it's a team of about 40 players that are coming into packs. And there are some interesting names in here and some pretty crazy upgrades, but also some cards that just kind of go, it's all right. It definitely is a bit of a filler promo. Now, starting at the top, great timing from EA to drop a Mohamed Salah card in this promo team. Low driven plus instead of finesse. Guys, if you look at the state of this promo and the playstyle pluses on a lot of the attackers, it seems like EA still thinks low driven plus is the playstyle plus that we're looking for. That was before they changed goalkeepers, and now finesse plus is one of the most overpowered ways to score in the game. There's so much low driven in here. Salah, not much of a stat boost there for him, but he does get low driven. Zanetti with Tiki Taka. That looks like a great midfielder. Reminder, he has center mid alt position on his card. You could even use him at right back as well. He looks pretty good. That's a very usable Alan Shearer, a usable Shaw with low driven. There you go. This card to me is one of the craziest in the promo team. Bukayo Saka with a huge pace and shooting boost, 90 overall with 3 other 90 stats and a tech plus, playstyle plus change there for him. Vidic looks like he's going to be pretty good with the intercept plus. He's going to have a lot of hype. Tevez again with low driven. Riquelme, a usable Riquelme with incisive, a nice pace and shooting boost, and of course with great passing and dribbling stats there. He should be pretty cheap, but a fun card to use. We've got Berger. We've got Garassi with, guess what, low driven. We've got a Larson. There was a leak yesterday that a Swedish flag was being thrown around as one of the icons in this promo team, and I actually think that's one of the reasons why this Zlatan card went down like 500,000 coins. He's 4.3 mil right now. He was almost 500k yesterday or 2 days ago, and now he's dropped. But it is not Zlatan in the promo. It is Larson. Still looks usable. Should be pretty cheap. Sadio Mane is getting in. Swanson, that card might be very OP getting in. Pharrell Williams is a hero card there. looks very usable with a Tiki Taka plus, 90 shooting, 90 passing, and Hullet Gang the rest of the way. Luka Modric gets in with Tiki Taka plus as well. Perez gets himself finesse. Moving on down the list, there's more Tiki Taka with Santi Cazorla in La Liga, 91 passing there. A lot of Tiki Taka. A lot of low driven, right? You've got Junior Messias, the silver card, getting boosted up to an 87. Kanu with an 87 as well. Both those guys have first touch. Joelinton gets in with the Enforcer plus. Iñaki Williams with low driven. And there's the GOAT, Christian Eriksen, getting his card. Finally, he gets into the game with a nice pace boost as well. That's actually a very generous upgrade. I was hoping that my GOAT Eriksen would end up being like 85 rated or maybe 86 so that I could Evo him. He's going to have the long ball plus, but I got to pack this card this week. That's one thing that I'll be trying to do. He looks very usable. A lot of high dribbling and passing stats. When I take a look at some of this team, like again, the Modric card, you had the Santi Cazorla, you got Eriksen, you had the Riquelme. You've got a lot of passing and dribbling stats in the 90s in this promo team. Luis Diaz also has 90 dribbling. So does Catarina Marcario. Good cards there. Imada looks decent with finesse plus. Raul Jimenez is not playing for Wolves, but he's getting a promo card there. Lovren, I kind of forgot he still played football. I'll be completely honest. Lovren is getting a card here. Actually, 3 Croatians in the team. There's one more to look at here in a second. Anticipate plus for him. We've got a Manuel Neuer, 86 rated keeper card. Pickett with no playstyle plus. We got Trincao from Liga Portugal. He might actually be pretty good. Linda Caicedo and Camavinga. 87 rated Camavinga with intercept plus. That card is going to end up being one of the most expensive in the promo team. He is going to be a beast, and it's not that high rated either. Like 87 when some of the other cards in this team are, 88s and 89s. I kind of figured he might be up there, but no, 87 rated for him with those stats and the intercept plus. That's a good one. And then the bottom row here, we've got some fodder, right? We got some Prem, we got some La Liga with Daily Blind, Ben Taleb, and then the 85 rated cards that most people will be packing. All of us will probably be packing this week, but really won't want. So that's a decent promo team. Again, some like interesting players in here, like the Lovren, the Eriksen, the Santi Cazorla, Modric, kind of like maybe those feel-good players, a bit of nostalgia going on here. But again, what's the point of this promo? Like, do these cards get any sort of special boost? But I don't even think they will be. I think this is more of a filler promo, guys, kind of like what Joga Bonito was. And Joga Bonito almost sounds, with the 5-star skills, more interesting than what this Unbreakables promo is going to be. We'll have to see what other kind of content comes with it, but that's why we get the feeling that it is more of a filler promo as we await the real content in winter wildcards. Now, there are a couple more leaks to look through with the Unbreakables promo. Sebastian Haller is going to be an Unbreakable SBC. Much respect for Sebastian Haller. If you guys do not know his story, that's not the craziest SBC card, but it is there. But the bigger SBC leak we have right now is an icon match day pick. And I don't think this quite rivals the Carlos Alberto and Cafu, but it's the second best icon pick I think we have had yet, because both of these cards were 8 to 900,000 coins. Garrincha, we've all got his silver card, right? But now we can have his real deal base icon item here in this player pick with Dalglish, which Dalglish is a very good icon card as well. But at this stage of the game, 90 shooting is great. Finesse plus is amazing. Dribbling, pace stats there are great, but 75 passing, What I was saying yesterday in the stream was, when we saw this leak, these have got to be an icon for you. One of these two that is emotional. Like for me, Zlatan, if they drop Zlatan as a player pick SBC like this, or when they do later in the year, insta-complete, no questions asked, whatever the price, because he's a legend for me. Like, that's my guy. There's that connection there. If either of these two is that for you, then absolutely freaking go for it. But I think that's kind of where you have to be with this to want to do the SBC, because sure, Garrincha is going to be very good. His dribbling is going to be insane, and he might end up being one of the more popular picks from this SBC. But then it just comes down to the price. This card has been between 8 to 900,000 coins. If the SBC comes in at about 750 or 800, then it could be worth doing. But then again, I don't think I would want to put that much fodder into a card like this unless it's an emotional player for me, based on where we're headed in this game with the Winter Wildcards promo, which, if you guys don't know or don't remember, it is a very SBC heavy promo, usually daily SBC. So I know I'm thinking very far ahead for that, but that's kind of my thought process there. Not a bad SBC, just maybe not the most insane. We also have some news about big player picks are returning, and this could be in reference to the 5 of 10 78 plus pick that we just talked about in the video today, or it could be in reference to something else. We will have to see on that one. FIFA Trading Romania talking about that. And then the last thing I want to talk about in terms of leaks is I don't know what's going on here with this tweet. Foot Yapper, one of the guys that leaks from time to time, was saying, I wonder how much she is on Friday. My prediction's 57K. And this card is 71,000 coins. Is it an Evo hint? Like, would her gold card fit an Evo? That's what somebody responded with. And he said no. Is she going to get released back into packs? She already was released. Is it a right mid like SBC it's going to be coming out? Are they dropping her card? Is it like, I'm really confused as to what's going on here. And then somebody else retweets this and says, someone joins the club with a Footmas Jesus. I'm so confused. So I guess keep an eye on Twitter if you want to get involved in all that to see what in the world that is referencing there in regards to what's happening on Friday. Also, of course, for this promo, we were kind of, as we talked about yesterday, maybe looking to see news about Cesc Fabregas and Pizarro. But as it looks right now, no news about those cards being added into this current promo. So we will just have to see. Now let's talk about Wednesday content today and what we're expecting. Wednesdays sometimes have good pieces of content, but other times don't. And I think today might be one of those kind of quiet Wednesdays. We'll start off with a brand new team of the week that does include a Messi and a Harry Kane and a Victor Osimhen, along with a Cuti Romero. These are official stats, I believe, on these cards. Incisive plus for Messi, finesse for Kane, Osimhen no playstyle plus, Smith with the tech, Romero with no playstyle plus either. I actually love that card for evolutions. If I'd be able to pack him, that would be super dope there. You got Buendia, you've got Rooney Bardghji from Barcelona. Diamante's card looks crazy for an 84 rated for Evos. 89 pace, 84 shooting, 85 pass, 86 dribble. Ueda's getting a card there. Svidberg, another Swedish player. Engine's getting in. Hoyland is getting a Team of the Week card. Then a couple of other players down here. Mayulu from PSG. Those are official stats for an 83 rated CM. That's pretty crazy as well. Also, a little 83 rated 94 pace right back going on there. That could be interesting there. So that's a Team of the Week headlined by Messi and Harry Kane and Osimhen. Keep an eye on those cards today. Not super crazy content, but that's there. Also today on a Wednesday, we got to talk about Scream cards because the 99 stats are going away. And I've been curious about this for the past couple of days. What is going to happen? Will the 99 stats for these cards go away like they did last time with no problems? Or will there be issues? I'm super curious because I evoed this Diego Luna after his 99 was applied to the card. Will his upgrades through the evo that I gave him come true after this? Like 99 stat goes away. Will he have 87 dribble, which I believe is what he's supposed to have, 86 or 87, or will it drop down lower? I'm really curious to see what happens there with his card today. I've really enjoyed the 99 dribbling on Rafael Leao. That's going to be going away today as well. So just watch out for that. The Scream player pick here, the Cold Moon pick, is still going to be available for another day, but I do think it's a very good possibility that we could get some sort of campaign bag, party bag, pack, or pick. Today's a part of content as well. That's a normal piece of content that we do have on Wednesdays. Other than that, there's nothing else that's expiring that makes it look like it's going to get replaced. Like Tavernier expires today, Joga Bonito Challenge 2, so we might have the challenge number 3. But other than that, I mean, a player SBC would be the last thing that we could expect. There is maybe a rumor that Lavelle could be today, and then maybe along with her, Shaw and Geese, but there's no, crazy confirmation on that yet. Out of all the cards that we have here, we haven't seen Zeballos yet, I'm pretty sure, unless I've missed it. We have not seen that card yet, so we're still missing a few of these players. We'll have to see. We're going to get one today because it's daily SBC promo. They mentioned that. We'll have to see if they do drop one or two, multiple, we'll have to see. And then evolutions wise, just keep an eye out for more Evos because we don't have very many big Evos right now. Like the Song of Toure and Wing the Wizard. These are like the two ones that are left. I got to put somebody into Song of Toure before it expires for sure because the incisive plus that this gives is very key. I know it's expensive, but that's a very good Evo. Besides those two that we have here, not many of kind of like those big marquee upgrading stat Evos. Maybe there is going to be one coming this Friday. Maybe we get a little bit of something today too. Watch out for the leaks on that. But I don't think today's going to be that crazy of a day, which hopefully means it's an okay day for trading. I'm going to hop on some bids here. I was trying to find some cards. 2.67. Wow. So yeah, I'm going to try to snag one of these Bon Matis, I think. If I can get 2.6 mil, like that price right there, I would be down. But that's going to be the video for me today, guys. If you did enjoy, drop a thumbs up on it, comment down below for any questions, and of course, subscribe if you're new. Let me know what you think down below in the comments about the leaks for this Unbreakables promo. Are you going to start saving packs? Or are you going to rip them? Any players in there you like? We'd love to talk about it more today on the stream as well. Catch you guys there. It's been TheFutAccountant. Have a great Wednesday. Peace out.